What's the deal, pickles? So the good people at Sefaspe, please tell me I'm saying that right, sent me a welder to review. We're going to go over the unboxing, go over all the features it has, and then finally run some beads. That being said, let's get after it. Little disclaimer before we get started, I am not a professional welder. I don't claim to be a professional welder, and I don't claim to be a professional welder reviewer. I'm barely a welder. I can make metal stick together. So I have cut the tape, but I have not opened this yet. So, first look. Holy crap, this thing is yellow. That is bright. Wow. Pretty well packaged. I mean, good thick styrofoam on the sides. Everything looks to be bagged up, but enough yammering. Let's get this thing out of the box. Well, we're off to a good start because you can fit a big spool on this one. Awesome. This thing is like ridiculously light too. Cool. Not that I'll be carrying it everywhere, but you can if you want to. I'm still digging this yellow color. This is awesome. Got room for a big 10-pound spool, looks like on here, which is a huge plus because I go through some wire here and those little 2 pounds don't tend to last very long. I'm already digging this. I do have one question though, and maybe y'all can answer this for me, but it seems like every welder that I have come in this shop, and I don't know why they do this, but why do they put the power button on the back? Like, what is the point of that? It'd be so much easier, and you got plenty of room to put it on the front of the unit on every welder that comes in here, not just this one. That's just my 2 cents. It's a personal preference thing, just so I don't have to reach around behind the machine. But that's neither here nor there. As long as it turns on, I'm good. All right, so I've got it loaded up on the welding cart, got my gas hooked up, about to turn this on, and we're gonna fire this thing up for the first time. Hello. Big old numbers on this thing. So I do have mine hooked up to 220, but this is a dual voltage machine, so you can run it off of 110. So this is the MIG205DS. This is dual voltage, and it is a multi-process machine, so it will do MIG, TIG, and stick. It does come with the MIG wand, as well as the stick welding attachment, but it does not come with the TIG torch, which is fine. I don't do a lot of TIG, and I definitely don't do a lot of stick around here, but I've got this set on the MIG setting. It automatically adjusts voltage as well as your feed. So yeah, I'm already liking this. Now I do still need to load it up with wire. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a 10-pound spool in there because I get the feeling I'm gonna put a lot of miles on this welder. Once I have it loaded with wire, I'll get some tubes cut and we'll see if we can't start throwing some beads down on this thing. So I've got everything set up right here on my welding cart. And I figured instead of y'all just watching me put some welds down on some scrap pieces, that we would do an actual project. So I got a new tube bender recently, but I need a stand for it. Now this is just 1.5 inch square tubing. I believe it's 11 gauge, so roughly 110, 120 wall. This is about $30 worth of steel right here, or I could buy one of the pre-made stands that are like 150 bucks and then it might fit. This I've also built to have casters because I want to be able to roll this thing around and not have it bolted to the floor. We're going to be welding this together. This will be the upright, and then we'll have just 4 legs coming off of it with the casters on. Done deal. So let me get all this cleaned up, get it set up, then we'll get to welding. Disclaimer, I've never once said I'm a professional welder, but I can stick two pieces of metal together with the best of them. Like I said, not a professional. Don't eat me alive too bad in the comments. Those came out a lot better. Oh yeah. Like I said, I'm not a professional, but I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with this welder. It's probably a little bit of overkill, but I'm going to go ahead and fill these in too. So I've got this top plate here that's actually got bolt holes through it to mount my tube bender. So all I need to do now is just tack this in place, make sure it's squared up, weld it, and we're done. Like butter. So there we have it, the Sefaspe MIG205DS. This could not have been easier to use. I just hooked everything up, turned it on, set my voltage, and away I went. There was not a very big learning curve with this welder, and that's super impressive to me. I like the fact that you can put a 10-pound spool on it. We burn through a lot here, so it tends to work out pretty well for us. The only two cons I really have for this welder are one with the power switch being on the back, and that's a personal preference thing that has really nothing to do with Sefaspe themselves. But two, the leads are a little bit short. Just about every welder that you can buy on Amazon is going to have short leads originally. It's not a big problem for me in my shop because this is only 12 by 20. But if you have a larger shop and you're looking at this welder, you may want to consider buying longer leads. But that being said, I like this. This is probably one of the most impressive welders I've had in this shop so far. And I cannot wait to try out the other features as well. From what I understand, you can use a spool gun on it, and it also has a TIG function. So I want to make sure I explore those options as well. But I don't have that stuff right now, so we just focused on the MIG. I'll have an Amazon link in the description for this welder. They also have other options as well. But make sure you like and subscribe, and until next time, y'all get up, get out there, and get after it.